Yes, from this new image from James Webb Telescope, it's really incredible to see how powerful this particular telescope is when it comes to showing the full strength of a technique known as gravitational lensing. As you see here, where you have the foreground which shows a galaxy cluster, and on the background you see a lot of curved looking galaxies. Those curved looking galaxies, as you observe, are distant galaxies from far, far away, and it's incredible to see how these can actually show some really incredible benefits of James Webb Telescope as it observes various galaxies and cluster relationships either from the foreground or very far distant away. This particular image here is gotten from James Webb Telescope, looking at the location, which is in this case it is the SDSS J1226 plus 2149, and this galaxy cluster has a lot of rich stars in there, and these stars are really brightly seen from various angles. Specifically, the distance here it says is that it is around 6.3 billion light years away from Earth, and this is at the constellation of COMA SEAHORSE. Now you might be wondering, how is gravitational lensing creating such bend in those galaxies? This is due to the galaxy cluster that we have right here, which is the SDSS, and this galaxy cluster is a huge mass, and this huge mass causes a bend in the space and time region around that location. Therefore, when distant galaxies are emitting light, the James Webb Telescope is able to detect those light as they approach the galaxy cluster, where they bend around the galaxy cluster, which shows those incredible grooves and curves of those galaxies. Now, the downside of this, of course, is that it doesn't give you an appropriate shape or structure of the distant galaxies, but right now we know that they do exist, and this can be helpful in terms of determining the age based on the color of those galaxies, and how that calibration is going to enhance that particular understanding of the age of that galaxy. But most importantly, how this can enable us to determine the age of the early universe based on the presence of those distant galaxies that are affected by gravitational lensing. Now, according to this article, which focuses on gravitational lensing, which is a magnification technique here, it is applied to a specific galaxy cluster which is called the cosmic seahorse. Now, I was trying to find any seahorse that looks like a star designed in that particular shape or animal, but I couldn't find any. Or maybe there is something that looks like that, but other than that, looking at the details about how this is important for astronomers, it is going to be important in terms of studying star formations, basically looking at those distant galaxies that are influenced by gravitational lensing, and how that will pave the path for understanding various other techniques that may enhance our understanding of the early universe. Now, looking at the implication of this particular image, this image shows a lot of things with regards to probing star formations in distant galaxies. In addition to that, it also reveals how quick a star can be formed at distant galaxies, and how the environment around those galaxies can impact the formation of stars. So this is going to be fascinating to see how all these incredible ideas that I have found from this image will enable future scientists to be able to understand how the combination of James Webb Telescope, precision and accuracy of gravitational lensing is going to support data that is coming from the Hubble's telescope and maybe future telescopes. This is really fascinating as well, because when looking at the image description of this particular article, it says here that many small galaxies are scattered on a black background, mainly white, oval shaped and red spiral galaxies. To the lower right is a galaxy cluster with a very large and bright elliptical galaxy at its center. Now there is a thin reddish stretched out arc surrounding it. One arc is thick and much brighter. Another red galaxy is large and wrapped just next to the cluster core. So, truly fascinating to see this article and this incredible image from James Webb Telescope about this particular cosmic seahorse. And let's know your thought about the impact of gravitational lensing all this way. Thanks for following us through this. See you on the next one. Stay smart as always and believe in yourselves.